Hello everyone, and this is my review for TNA Impact Wrestling on September 26, 2013. And you know, there wasn't really too terribly much about this Impact that at least led into the Bound for Glory pay-per-view. A few things that I will touch upon that I ended up really liking was the Austin Aries match with Kenny King. Good to see Kenny King back. Too bad he's not really going to be in any kind of feud unless they're going to throw him in there with Manic at some point in time. But really good match with him and Austin Aries, and I liked how they somewhat used the aftermatch in the backstage area to set up a potential feud with Austin Aries and Chris Sabin, which I'm really liking. The Chris Sabin heel turn over these past couple weeks with his attack on Manic last week, and then of course continuing the attack this week after losing the X Division title match. I liked where they're going with that. It seems as if they're going to be sticking them two together for the Bound for Glory pay-per-view, so I'm liking where they're going there. Other than that, there wasn't really too terribly much to see with the show. It was mainly focused around Aces and Eights and the whole Dixie Carter AJ Styles deal that they've been going on with. And of course this week they're continuing on with the storyline with dwindling down the numbers of the Aces and Eights. Wes Briscoe got kicked out after losing the match against the Main Event Mafia. And then of course you had the continuing argument and the now heel turn of Dixie Carter going into and how she's saying things about AJ Styles and not being the phenomenal one, being more the marginal one type deal. You know, and with both these storylines, I would normally say they would be really good storylines if they were intertwining together. I mean, you have AJ Styles, who's the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight title at Bound for Glory, which you only have 3 more shows after last night's show to build up. And you have Bully Ray, who's the leader of Aces and Eights and the World Heavyweight Champion. You have your main event for your big pay-per-view, and they haven't had a single confrontation yet at all since the end of the Bound for Glory series. It's pretty much been AJ dealing with Dixie and Bully dealing with the Aces and Eights at this point in time. They haven't found a way to really intertwine it. I don't think it's really leading into like I said, I think their execution of what they're doing is really good, but storyline wise and making sense of, you know, the fact that you need to build up your World Heavyweight title match going into the their biggest pay-per-view of the year is very lackluster and poor, and it's not going to lead to anybody really wanting to see that particular match, at least in my own personal opinion for that. So hopefully here in the next couple weeks, you know, because they only have 3 more shows before Bound for Glory, that they can find a way to intertwine both these separate storylines into one, so you can start getting Bully Ray and AJ you know, actually into some kind of conflict and giving a reason to want to see this particular match, because you don't really have a conflict between them. They both have conflicts, but in separate directions, which storyline wise it kind of makes their title match senseless or useless at this point, because you have something that they're going with in a more separate direction. So yeah, that's my review this week for TNA Impact Wrestling. I thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.